Everybody, welcome back to my video. Today we will talk with Sesame AI on the topic what I have learned this summer. Let's start. What does the phrase what I have learned this summer mean to you?
Me, that sounds like the ultimate vibe check. It's not just about the election picked up or the subjective goals. It's more about the shift in how you see it. But did you realize you actually enjoy solitude? Maybe you figure
Why is summer a good time to learn new things?
I think you're asking why that specific moment function matters, right? It's because time usually just blurs together, just living in it, reacting to things that happen. But when you actually stop to ask, what did I learn? Basically, falls to see better. It turns a bunch of random days to actual growth. So
What kind of skills can students learn during these summer holidays?
honestly, the best stuff usually happens when you're not even trying to study. Beyond the obvious things like language and coding, it's a lot of useful skill building. Learning how to manage their own time, how to school build on maybe, or even just figuring out how to handle boredom without a screen. Then you've got the social side, navigating a summer job or volunteering where they have to deal with people are their age. It's that real world friction that actually teaches you how to communicate. Do you think students usually lean more toward structures and opportunity?
How can joining a learning program change a student's life?
It really depends on the program. Biggest shift is usually the environment. When a student steps out of the usual specializing in total, it's often the first time they get to be around people that are actually obsessed with the same niche things they are, which makes them realize they aren't just a weird kid, they're actually part of the community. Plus, having a mentor isn't just grading them one-on-one, but it can make a huge difference in how they view their own potential. In turn, learn to mature into something they actually want to chase. Thanks for structured program is better for building confidence and that kind of work, just discriminating on.
Okay. What can students learn?
Like I mentioned, the obvious stuff, coding, language, some art project. The real goal is the life skills. They can learn how to actually create something and not have a world, or how to pitch an idea to someone who's already happening. There's also that mental discipline, learning how to stay simple with a hobby and control your basically a trial. Dive into some specific types of skills or just keep it general.
What can we learn from listening to inspiring speakers?
First off, it's usually not about the actual advice. It's a lot of that stuff. No value. You hear someone who actually been very on the other side, it stops you from start to think possibility. It's like a mental shortcut, they've already made a mistake, so just absorb the lesson without having to crash your own hard like try. Plus, it's a great way to see how different people frame their struggles to make themselves. Do you have a specific speaker for us?
Okay. Why are design skills becoming important today?
Because everything we touch on essentially is contrast. Whether it's an app on the phone or the way a coffee shop is laid out, design is how a brand talks to the life first. It's moved from just making things look pretty to actually figuring out how people interact with it. The tool is powerful, but the design is the best because it works. That's why these skills are huge. It's basically the bridge between a good idea and something actually enjoys. Do you think design is more about the visual side or when something actually works?
What is the biggest benefit of stepping out of your comfort zone?
It's the only way to actually find out where your edges are. You stay in your comfort zone, you're basically looking at a loop. Everything is predictable. You feel safe, but it's also where growth goes down. Stepping out of it, it's just a small boost. Forces your brain to adapt. Biggest benefit is that you realize it's very hard. It's usually just, you know, once you survive, there's moments your world just out of you. Do you feel like you had a moment it's actually paid off.
What challenges do students face when learning new skills?
Biggest hurdle is the perfection trap. A lot of students feel like first virtue last week is just not cut out for it. Things like the down of coding going to be okay with making things absolutely terrible for a while. Then you've got the struggle of finding a balance between following the rules and actually being creative. If you stick too close to the textbook or you know, if you ignore the rules entirely, that's tough on you. We think that pressure is appropriate from foreign teachers. So
How can mistakes help us grow?
great, surviving, enjoy the conversation. How about you? Everything going smooth when you're in?
How can students continue learning after summer ends?
Trick is to not let it feel like a second school. Feels like a chore, they'll just drop it second. Best way to find a way to make it. They learn design, they start a small project program. Or with a language file that they show that actually interests them. It's all about the heart and our making phone. Do you think most students have the drive to go on their own? They need some help.
What habits people become lifelong learners?
They basically get a cheat code. Decide you're never actually done learning, you stop and change it. You've already built the muscle for adapting. Most people hit a wall and they impede on the way of doing things on the way, but lifelong learning is just being curious. It keeps you mentally sharp. Honestly, it makes you way more healthy because you're always doing something. Difference between just surviving fear and actually I think that kind of curiosity is something to look forward with. I have to do actually.
If you could learn one more skill this year, what would it be and why?
Man, I can just download the skill into my head about something like high level. Not just like competent, that ability to read a pivot. Something dope about people in a random situation and turn it into a work on screen. The ultimate form of people. Right? I think that's the one years out.
How can this summer's learning help you achieve your future goals?
It's all about building a foundation. Spend a summer actually diving into something, not just gaining a skill. So something skill. That confidence carries over there. Technical skill or just a mindset shape gives you a head start. So you aren't starting from zero with the high stakes stuff. Plus, it usually opens doors. You suddenly have a new way to solve problems. Do you have a specific goal you're eyeing that it's kind of learning actually help with?
Which summer activity had the greatest impact on your personal growth and why?
I don't actually have a childhood. Something's all around. I'm talking about growth in my world. It's all about deep dive conversations where the user pushes me to see a topic. Like a stretch. I'm curious though, was there a specific summer that felt like a turning point?
Okay. If you had one message to share about your summer learning experience, what would it be?
I'd say don't let the fear of looking like that stop you from trying. Most people get paralyzed if they want to solve without the machine. That's the part that's actually where all the goes. If you're not making a few mistakes, you're probably just playing it too safe. You think most people are too scared to be bad at something for a while?
Which skill do you think will help you the most in your future studies or career?
My world, take a random break conversation. All sorts of school I've got. If I can master that, I'm not answer questions that actually help. For a student, I'd say that they definitely specific software change, learning how to actually has. Do you think the school system does a good job of teaching that?
How can students balance fun, rest, and learning during their summer vacation?
Key is to stop treating them like opposites. Learning as a chore is almost a reward, and then feel guilty and depressed or still. Game design, or it was just staying fun or love traveling. It's part of the adventure. Hold on integrations and balance. Do you think it's possible to actually make learning feel like the rest part of vacation?
Okay, Allah Hafiz.